Rishikeshwritings, and today our guest is Vinod Diwedi ji, who's a science teacher. He's a spiritualist, a meditation teacher, and a singer. So today we discover about the Vinod Diwedi ji. He born in Rishikesh, near the Shatrughan Ghat Mandir, and we explore how he accept the meditation and share this journey with the many million souls on the earth. Namaste, Vinod.
Namaste, namaste.
Vinod ji, share about the science and spirituality in your life, and you're teaching in a government school in Rishikesh.
Wonderful.
And this is 27th year of experience. You're teaching to children, you're teaching to the adults, and you're teaching many students from across the globe.
Thank you very much. You're so polite, and that is a very interesting question actually. I always felt that I'm a born teacher, even when I was not being posted as a teacher. So among my friends and all, people tell me that he was mostly teaching them things, in different ways. But when I got this opportunity to become a teacher, like I'm a teacher from commission, Uttar Pradesh, when Uttarakhand used to be in Uttar Pradesh, I was being appointed as a teacher, science teacher in 1995. Since then, I've been teaching in deep remote areas like Ramoli and Moda border, and from there I was being transferred to Mahadev Chatti district body, and then from 2003 I'm here at Tapovan Intermediate College. So teaching, I always felt a very comfortable way because I strictly believe that teacher cannot be created. Teacher cannot be trained as a teacher. Like a very brilliant student and somebody can make them teacher. Teacher always take birth as a teacher. They have got some inbuilt quality of being teacher. Only this seed can be flourished with the help of atmosphere, with the help of training, with the help of circumstances. But teacher always take birth. I strictly feel that it is a type of souls, So I always felt wonderful and thankful, gratitudeful that I'm a teacher. I could have this opportunity to interact with the kids, because when you have got the kids, you have got the highest responsibility, because what you talk, what you tell them, they really give heed to you. They really concentrate on your things, and they take you as some very important person. So you have got the responsibility, how you teach them, what you give them as a word or as a passion or as your training and all. So in class, I always felt like this 40 minutes of a class is very less, because while teaching, we can use everything, like our language, our gestures, our love, our passion to create a world citizen, like especially in this era when youth really needs to know about things, qualitative things like morality, like the real roots of our history, where our ancient knowledge lies, like what is, why the education is very important, what is the opportunity of a human being in this lifetime, what is the best Shreyaskar, the best for us in this life. So education helps them to realize the true value of life. That's right.
As we're sitting in Munikireti, it is before that, before the Munikireti, we call it known as a Munikireti, because lots of saints stay there and they do their meditation practices and things. We know that the Divine Love Society, Shivanand, Swami Shivanand ji is from here, Chidanand Muni ji is from here, and Mastaram Baba, Tatwale Baba is very famous, renowned saints from Rishikesh, and Mahesh Yogi, who created the transcendental meditation to the world. When you was in Rishikesh and you born with the spirit, who's your teacher actually, from with whom you learn about the meditation? What is the meditation for you?
I will give credit to two things. Though I have got many resources of making me as such. Like it never means that I'm the master of spirituality or something, but whatever I could earn from my atmosphere, whatever I could absorb to share to the world, this came from first from my parenting. My father has been my first guru, and he has been teaching me in a very delicate and very subtle sense, not like a teacher, strict teacher, but indirectly by his talk, by his act, by the way he was, responding to the people. So I learned a lot from him. Secondly, Divine Life Society, Shivananda Ashram, because that time Rishikesh was not this crowded. Rishikesh was a piece of heaven, it was such a beautiful place full of beaches. There was no concrete jungle. There was few shops and few wonderful ashrams like Shivananda Ashram. So where the real true spiritual activities were always on. So we have been learning directly or indirectly from the library of ashram by talking to the people who has been doing sadhana here in my childhood, say in 1975, 80, 85, 90. 2000, there was opportunities. We every second being was so sort of enlightened that if we talk to them, we can learn them a lot. We needed to be Supatra, the real receiver. Otherwise, the flood of knowledge was here and there. So full of gratitude I am for this opportunity to be born here and then learn from my father, from the atmosphere like Shivananda Ashram's saints and sadhaks were there. And also in Swargashram Kuti there was Ellen Kaushik type of an uncle where I used to go and sit and learn a lot. It was not the lack of knowledge, but it was the lack of absorption. You needed to be really attentive to grasp all whatever was coming from here and there. And Ganges, when the Ganges flow with this aura, you sit at the bank of the river, and only by sitting at the bank of the river you learn a lot.
And what will be your advices to a person who started the journey in a meditation, and how you can guide them? Because there is so many things in the internet, so people ask about what is meditation, how to do it. Now, how we can see this, how the transformation changes. Like before that, we got it a terms from Sanskrit, it was dhyana. Now dhyana become a meditation, then meditation become mindfulness. Now it's a very popular term. They learn about the mindfulness. So what is exactly your thought about it, and how your student reacted when you start teaching and sharing about the meditation?
Wonderful. I must say that if there is anything which can be put common as far as spiritual journey is concerned, without this neither yoga can be completed nor spirituality. The very threshold to enter into the world of spirituality, the first and foremost and ultimate thing and essential thing is dhyana. Actually, dhyana cannot be divided into many types. That is only experimenting about this. Dhyana is dhyana. Dhyana is the state of mind where you reach only by practicing. The practice can be by many ways, but where it took you to the level of your state of mind, dhyana, this is one place where you are not sleeping, but you are not having any thought. Your thought has been reduced to be settled down, inactive, and you are there not sleeping. So mindfulness, why it is full? If it is lacking thoughts, why it is full? Because the original raw material for thoughts are there, that is consciousness. But out of that we create thought. So when thought can be deactivated and they can be put, like you open the computer and you open many windows in computer. But when you have to shut the computer down, you have to close windows. All the windows you're opening up, all the interfaces. You're working on Word, you're working on Excel or whatever. You can not suddenly close the computer, otherwise it will create problem next time. So in the same way, but the human beings, they open many files throughout the day. They talk, they think, they create things, and they don't know where they put it. So this spiritual computer, this natural computer always gets problem when you enter into the sleep without closing the files and the programs you are dealing with. So meditation digests this chaos, all the chaos you have here, all the unsettled thoughts, and it creates, because you don't shut them down, you don't know how to deactivate them, you don't know how to digest them. So that's why they started creating slowly stresses. They started creating many problems like anxiety, fear, unsureness, So that's why the meditation is the most important thing to keep yourself calm, focused, and healthy as far as your mind is concerned. Thank you.
So we can say the meditation is a big factory which burn the garbage.
Yes, it is a type of factory which settle down the garbage, recycle the garbage. You can say it helps you to be ready, recharge again for the show. You deal with the world with the help of five senses, but with five senses you collect from outside the informations. But so many information, bombarding of information. But what you do of this, because you keep on creating, you don't know where it is going to be mixed with each other, whether it is creating some positive thing or negative thing or confusion, or it is utterly confused within you. So that's why meditation helps you to settle this chaos down into your inner world. So this is very important, especially if you are working with spirituality. And this spirituality is not something which you can categorize apart from the world. Spirituality is the root and the world is shoot. Like the trunk of the tree and branches. This is the world, visible thing. But invisible thing, subtle thing, from where this leaf takes all the life is spirituality. And spirituality can be understood only by practicing meditation. Because when you rest your mind, then only you enter towards your inner vibration, deeper tones, and your real being. The meditation takes you to introduce yourself to yourself.
Within a 5 second, within a 10 second, how to start the process?
Very
in your own time, because it will be most important for the people to understand little bit of concept, like how they can meditate.
Very good. First thing is, if you are doing a lot to do meditation, you are doing mistake. The first thing is that if you really want to initiate meditation, don't try to do it. Just try to slow down from the life. In those moments, say 15 minutes, you are dealing with meditation. You are trying to get this state. So suddenly you will not, as you said, suddenly you will not enter into this. But what is the practice of this? That you stop doing things, because always we keep on doing things, like either from the body or from mind or from emotions. So you learn to be non-responsive. Sit down and try to be as inactive you can as far as body action or mind action or emotional action is concerned. So the more you will be slowing down in your mind, in your emotional world, the more you will be close to initiate the meditation. Because meditation means not doing something, but not doing something, not trying something, but learn how not to do anything from your mind or your emotions or your body. So this is meditation. You're still, but you're not sleeping. So
you are aware about this.
Aware about the situation, but you are aware. You are not focused on thought.
Yeah.
So it is not. That means you deal with the process of thought, because thought is a very subtle thing. It takes you to the world. The moment you think something, it will take either to this position or that city or that person or past or future. But how to be here and now is meditation. here and now without thought like this. So this is not something inactive, but it is highly positive and powerful thing, because then you are not this, then you are very big, because you are not limited. You are not thinking about one thought or one person, but you are aware about everything. Everything is you.
Being a government teacher, you got the opportunity to visit Paris to understand the school and education system of that particular European country, and you are being a teaching in Tapovan in a government school. How the difference you found it teaching children in Paris in Europe and teaching the children in India?
Yeah, luckily I got the chance to visit some schools. They invited me. So it is very interesting. The education system, if we talk about the real ancient education system, which is also more or less, it is also working now, like Guru, Shishya, they come and touch our feet and they respect a lot to our teachers. So in West, education is like, it is something like the parents pay and you are getting education, and because you are paying, they are expecting that the lecture should be there, teaching should be there. But the difference lies in the relation of teachers and students. Our relation to the teacher is extraordinary. If you are a good teacher, they love you, they respect you, they listen you. You can do miracles in transforming them. If you really understand them, if you really create an atmosphere in the class, if you really connect to them at soul, they respond wonderfully. You can see nowadays, because my Dwivedi Santi class is on in Facebook, so you can see that. So how their eyes are glittering like this. They are really learning with their totality. They are they're enjoying. So the main thing is that in India, the relation between teacher and student is more deeper than the relation in the West. Though they have got the facility, they have got better infrastructure, but this thing is lacking, and they feel it, the teachers. Teachers feel the pressure of these things, that they are not really emotionally attached to their teacher.
That's why we saw the guns violence in US and schools, and even in New Zealand we saw it, some part of it.
Sometimes I feel that if I can have an opportunity to, but one session will not do. At least 100 sessions I need to give to the Western teachers, how to pick them at early age, how to transform them into becoming a good student, world citizen. The top priority should be given to the quality education, and education means which make them enable, empower them. It is not learning some definition or learning some informations. It is not just being an engineer. An engineer can be also criminal, but how to make them a real human being. You come and meet my kids. How they talk to you. The kids, they come from very poor background, but how they will talk to you, how they will dance, how they will enjoy life, like how much they are happy about things, So how to transform a kid into a better citizen, that all depends on the teaching, and teaching comes not only from teachers, but from mother, from father, from environment, from neighborhood, from government policies, from everything. So very important. This education thing is the most important thing in the world, and if meditation and practice of awareness and joy in the class, don't give them stress and give them joy, so that they should develop a passion of learning, then you can change the face of the world. Otherwise, whatever problem is coming in the world, terrorism or whatever, it is coming because of a system of education. It should not be career oriented. It should be
goal oriented.
Yeah, goal. It should not be pure goal oriented as well. It should be the total focus. The priority should be creating world citizen, sensitive about environment, sensitive about relations, sensitive about words, sensitive about their responsibility to the society. That is the
When you're teaching a science to a student in a schools and even in your daily life walking when they met you, I think so. What are the effect of meditation in the child system, and how it affected their conscious, subconscious in a
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. If because when we enter to the class, it is not one type of student sitting there. One is very alert and ready to learn, but most of them are not ready. They came with a problem, with a disease, or sometimes they don't have good relations with mother, father. Sometimes they are hungry. Sometimes they have got some ailments. So if you enter to the class, first thing is to make an atmosphere for learning. So how you can make? So the most biggest help is that how to connect to them, smile, exchange smile, then teach them meditation. And meditation, when you will teach them, it will not require more than 1 to 2 minutes, and they are ready, because it will take them to the present moment, because they are scattered, they are in problems, they are looking here and there, and they've got their problems and impressions of their family atmosphere and challenges, economic challenges. So first smile, first see if anybody is in greater problem, to ask them to head down and rest, don't pressurize them for this. They should enjoy the education. So for that, connection to them, exchange smile, ask if anybody is a problem, give them facility to rest, and then if the atmosphere is there, then you teach, and only 20-30 minutes will be enough. So comfort zone. And secondly, to teach them meditation, because meditation bring them here to the subject, to the voice, and your quality of telling them that this is not just information, but this is creating you for making you something which can enjoy the life as such. You have got places to see, you have got action to perform, and you have got so many potential. The only thing is, through education, real education, you can empower them to be like that.
Well, you have an interest about the music, and it is a most beautiful subject.
Yes.
It comes from our Veda. We have a four Veda:
Sama Veda,
Samved, Atharved,
Yajurveda, and Rigveda. So this is in Sama Veda, yes.
And the Samved tells it's the origin of music.
Yes.
So share some musical things, how the music comes into your life.
Wow.
And what exactly you learn it, and what raga you're working on it.
Okay, I'm not a spiritual master, but my passion is music. Means I must say that everything is vibrating, and everything is creating a type of voice and sound. The only thing is, our ear has got a limitation of hearing 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. In between the vibration we can hear, and of these vibration and this vibration which makes sound, we can create music. Music had got only 7 notes, 7 notes of a different octave. So 7 notes, sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. And out of these 7 notes, this big variety of music is there in the world. All the music system in the world have got only 7 notes. And out of these 7 notes, like out of 26 letters in English, we create books, words, and treatise, So same thing. So music for me is a painting in air, of voice. When we paint the air with your sur, with your notes, then you call it music. Like if I say, Anand, kaise ho? And I can say, Anand, kaise ho? So this is musical.
It's
how are you, Anand? This is music. And how are you, Anand? This is sharp music, and you can be more rash.
We can say about the metal music.
Yeah. So that's why. So I will straightforward tell you where I started.
First of all, let's just share about that particular instrument. These days you are using it.
Okay.
And from where exactly it come and accepted in Indian classical music.
Yeah, this came from France.
Yeah.
Of course, this is surprising for me. I came to know this came from France, And now when I go to France, they ask me that how to put this and that, and, like. So interestingly, because everything grows slowly. The first harmonium was in different shape and type, but later on, with evolution, they refined it.
So accepted in India.
In India, as a classical music, because it helps in practicing sur, that means notations, and with sur, Indian masters of music, they have made more than 4,500 ragas, and every rag has got an impact on atmosphere. So we have got many ragas, but at Upanishad there are said to be 108 or so, but 10 Upanishads are.
With raga we have Thaat also.
Yes, we have Thaat, the 10 Thats, and then so many ragas out of this Thaat. But for common lovers of music, I will say that out of these 7 notes, we can really make miracles, and not for only professional purpose or not only to be a great performer, but music for me is meditation. It helps me to be myself. It helps me to be ready to become a good teacher. It helps me to be impactful in my class. It helps me to be healthy. It has got spirituality. It has got meditation. It has got health. It has got science. Because when we teach science, we give the example of music. So I will directly tell you that it came from childhood, because my father used to sing very well, and my 2 sisters out of 3, 3 sisters out of 4 were good at music. They have 2 sisters have done some diploma in music, and I was overhearing, and only by overhearing and only by singing and humming and playing in Ramlila, the act of drama for 15 days. We have got this system in tradition in India that we play in October, November. We play the.
So which is your part actually?
Lakshmana I used to play, and there we got this opportunity to learn some very nice music, like which was dependent on ragas, like Ragini and Chapai. So I will go directly to some raga. First Saregama and some Alankar and then raga. Quickly, shall I do? Have got the question?
This particular instrument called a harmonium and Dwivedi. So what you brings for us from this?
Yeah, okay.
It's a Pandora box, we can say.
Yes, very interesting.
And
yes, I have
before
got.
starting about the music,
Yeah.
so I would like to ask you about the mantra and how it affects our brain system.
Okay, wonderful. Actually, mantra also deals with vibration, and music also deals with the vibration. So it will be a wonderful combination. First, mantra thing belongs to the spiritual mysteries. In spirituality, mantra is a very important tools to take you to some experiences. So mantras are, you can say that the knowledge is so vast that it cannot be put into language. It is not easy to transform the truth into language. But our great master, they still tried to explain the ultimate realities in words, in treatises, in explanations. But the ocean of wisdom is so vast that sometimes they have to put their knowledge into mantras so that it can be transferred from one generation to other, and from this concise gist of knowledge they can explore again the knowledge hidden in mantras. The mantras are the digital libraries of vibrations, which has got deeper meanings. But how, after practicing these mantras with proper method, you can explore the realizations out of it. So we will chant some mantras here, so that you can experience the effect of the mantras, okay, in very musical ways, okay. Ganesha mantra. Okay, so Ganesha mantra is regarded as very auspicious to begin any work. You know this. So this is very effective if you really do this with the depth of your being, with total focus and with proper method and vibrations and pronunciations. Its effect is very visible. And then comes bhajan. So bhajan is one of the vidha to connect yourself to the Lord. So actually in spirituality and especially in our Sanatana Dharma, there are many ways to approach the ultimate realities. Suppose you have to go to the Everest, but there are many ways to go to the Everest. You can go through Nepal, you can go through this way or that way. Many ways are there, but ultimately the goal is to reach to Everest. In the same way, to reach to the realizations of ultimate reality, there are ways. One is mantra, another thing is observing fast, observing mana. Some do it with bhajan, some do it with bhakti, some do it with karma, whatever. But this or that, but your level, you have to decide what suits you to start with, and then with evolution, with slowly you know what to do, what next, and then your methods, your tools take you to the state where you are ready for entering into the world of meditation. And then through meditation there are many levels to take you to the experiences, and then after experience you realize. So first thing is like an opportunity to experience. With experience you grow, and with growth you realize. So let's go to
bhajan. Or you also explore about the which main raga actually you worked on your life.
Okay, so I'm working with 3-4 ragas, but I'm focusing more on Yaman. Yeah. So Yaman raga I will do. Shall I play Aroha and Avroha of Yaman raga, and then Pakad, and then one Bollywood song in Yaman raga? That would be enough, I think, for the day. So this is one of the raga which is very delicately effective, and its effect can be felt, in the moments, and it needs to be very melodious, very polite, very devotional way of singing. It needs, a song. One time I little missed my finger. So first thing I must say, by putting my fingers like in my ear, we say music, that I am not a music master, I don't teach music.
You are a student.
But I have got the passion for music, which I learned by taking something from my sister, something from my father, something from my guru of Ram Leela, who taught me some ragini, some singing. So by sheer passion, I could learn little. Music is a vast ocean, but this I'm sharing for common people, passionate, who really loves to listen to music, to feel it, and to know little about this. But if you talk about the masters, they know a lot about music and they are really masters, So I'm almost nothing in music, just to share, just to share.
Well, you're born in Rishikesh. What exactly the Rishikesh for you? And how you see the Rishikesh, the past Rishikesh, present Rishikesh, and through your teacheristic vision, where you see the Rishikesh?
Wonderful, like you're creating, you are exciting my nostalgia, because Rishikesh, which is for me Rishikesh, the first impression, my childhood impression of Rishikesh. It nowadays, if I compare to my childhood and that Rishikesh to this present Rishikesh, it creates nostalgia in me. It seems like everything has changed except the flow of the Ganges. Ganges is beautiful. The Mother Ganges is the same, like we go there and we see Mother the same. In winter season, emerald green, and in flooded, it roars to the civilization that beware, I can really take you with me. But now, because Rishikesh has been so attractive and beautiful place, it has been filled with tourism of all kinds, and it is a little too much. The traffic, the construction, the concrete, the commercial institutions, it is filled with this. It is a little too much. So my childhood Rishikesh means, this road which goes to Ramjura, that side of the road there was nothing. Only 1-2 small constructions like Gurudev Kutir and all. You could see the Ganges right through this road, all the time. The beaches were there. The kids were swimming in the Ganges and lying down on the hot sand and again going back to dive into the Ganges. Few people, only season was only for 1 or 1.5 months in May, June, when the people from down plains came here in Tongas, and it was pollution free, and the places were full of landscapes where the kids could play day and night. And the society was so compact and so fused with each other that every kid could visit to every other home like this is my place, And the Shivananda Ashram gave a wonderful atmosphere for our time scale, like they could go there to celebrate Janmashtami, Shivratri, so many other festivals, even Christmas, So Shivananda Ashram gave a wonderful opportunity to experience lots of spiritual vibration to the kids, That's why the people who truly belongs to Rishikesh, they are very spiritual, very polite, very understanding, very patient. But slowly the people came for business also here, and they established the commercial institutions. Though they always try to put face that they are very religious, or they talk about yoga and this, and they put some pictures of the people belongs to here like great saints. But still, the childhood sanskaras you can see in the original people of Rishikesh. So Rishikesh for me that time, it seems like we cannot experience this again anywhere in the world. So beautiful, spiritually vibrant place, And I'm so thankful that I could experience that Rishikesh. And now the main change is that this beautiful place is being, you can say, bombarded with the floods of tourism of all kinds, rafting, trekking, base camp for 4 dhams, and then for yoga, and then for rafting, for camping, for stay, for picnic, for all sorts of things, and sometimes the people comes from down plains, the masters comes, and with them comes their disciples, and it is filled everywhere, tourists, and most of the tourists, they don't respect the environment of Rishikesh. That's the problem. The people who respect the environment, who respect the antiquity and historicity of Rishikesh, then no problem. But because they leave the complicated vibrations and garbage behind, that's the problem.
So if we talk about the saints of Rishikesh, who's your favorite saints of Rishikesh?
Okay.
Well, would you like to share about some of them? The people could read about them, they can find them, their teachings or the books.
Yes.
We know the Swami Sivananda's here, they established the press of this particular press. He published the books, so we go to the shop of the Swami Sivananda, it's just downside, we can buy or get their teachings. But how about the other saints?
Yeah, I must say that choosing for the masters, we should not jump into any place. The way how to deal with Rishikesh, people should come and they should stay, they should walk along the riverside, they should sit at the bank of the river and go talk and intuitively pick their place, because we should not approach the places with signboard or advertisement or by anybody it says, you should go as per your intuition and experiences. But for me, because in our childhood we have been experiencing Shivananda Ashram, and that was ultimate, in serving society, hospitals were there, libraries were there, langar, bhandaras were there, community eating. So everything we have seen, so there is no comparison of this. But with the time, other places are also there. I have not been experiencing much. But if I recall, there used to be German Mai Uma Shankarji, but now she's not here. She went to more deeper forest, and she was almost disappeared for her higher sadhanas. And then there were Basram Babaji. He used to be ultimate saint, no question about this. And
floating saint on the Ganga. Floating saint on the Ganga.
Yes, floating saint on the Ganga. So see, and then we had so many other saints who have been living here. But with course of time, now because there are so many places, so you have to pick your choices intuitively. Follow intuition and not attraction. So you should not be effective by prabhav, but by swabhav. Must experience and see. If you see in somebody the great magnet, if they can really make your ego down, if they can make you feel like, wow, this is the person. So we should not follow the things sheer by attraction as we go to the shopping malls. No, but by intuition. Slow down, pick your things very carefully.
So this is your real mantra for Rishikesh.
Yes, this is my real mantra. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for sharing your valuable time with us, and we will continue this journey, and we will bring another interview about the Rishikesh journeys and life. Yes. And thank you very much for being with us. So you can follow us, share our talks to the loved ones, and this is another episode of the Rishikeshwritings. And for more know about the Vinod Dwivedi ji, you can visit in YouTube. There is plenty of videos of him where you can learn about the teachings, what exactly he teaches about the meditation, what he teaches about the life science, and he teaches about the life experiences which the modern man, woman have to apply in their life, so they can help them in their daily life. So namaste from Rishikesh. Namaste.